sustainable rather than cheese, like a cheese factory or something like that. So this slowly started from a small fashion wear which was meant to occupy my wife. So she would decide to leave Bombay and come here. It has grown into this stage where we make about 15 kilos a day. But that's the limit. Now we won't make more than that. You need a cheese kitchen like this. You need to heat the milk in a boiler. Okay, I'll show it to you in the photographs there because you can't see the whole process.
That's okay.
In the day, but you can only see parts of it. So the milk is heated in this boiler and you put the culture and make it curd. After the curd is made, you need to cut and treat the curd and press it to remove the whey, and what you get is the cheese. But it needs to age because we are making gourmet cheese like cheddar, Gouda, that requires change. That's why you can only make it in a place like Kunul because it has a cool climate. If you were in Bombay, you can make soft cheese, feta, halloumi, these type of cheeses which are Middle East cheeses. So they don't need to age. But if you're making European cheeses, she saw the cow, I think.
Or something, yeah.
Oh, she saw the other kids there. Okay, so that is the idea. The idea of cheese making is to remove the whey, separate the solids and age it in some way for it to extend the life. So that is the press in which you can see that thing with the holes there. That's the press in which you press the curd. But you'll understand it more easily with these photographs. That's my wife Tina, she is the cheese maker. So she knows the science behind it. I just know the broad outline. So there's a lot of science behind it, but you can even learn in 2 days. We've had about, she's taught about 70 people how to make cheese. So even within 2 days you can do basic cheese making. But if you want to know more detail and the more complicated cheeses, then you need to know more of the science.
How many types of cheeses are there?
Oh, in the world there will be, as many countries there will be one type of cheese because milk is everywhere in the world, you know. So maybe about 70, 80 types of cheeses. So we are making only about 10, 12 types of cheeses.
This is, which all places make cheese in India? There will be
No,
many cheese making.
see, India as a country, our traditional cheese is paneer.
Paneer.
So because according to our climate and all that, we can't make Gouda, cheddar and all that because it requires a cool climate to make. So in India there are people making it in Kodaikanal. There's some people in Pune. Then in Kunul we are there.
You're the only one in Kunul.
Yeah. So earlier people used to be, there used to be more people, but then it's not viable. So if you're trying to do it for a living, you can't do it for a living.
Hobby rather than
it's more of a hobby. It's also connected with the fact that we are intending to keep cows in any case because we want cows for the fertility of the land, for the gobar. You know, so to go back to traditional methods of agriculture, you need to keep cows. So if you're going to keep so many cows, then what are you going to do with the milk? So you might as well use it to make cheese, or you can make makhan, or you can make whatever. But you need to do something with that. So we found cheese as the most interesting, rather than just make makhan, which many people make. So that was the idea. So the idea is not only fashion or only, it's kind of connected, the overall thing is connected. So from the dung which goes into our gobar gas plant, these are the photos of the gobar gas plant.
How many cows are there?
We have 9 cows and 5 cows.
And then also milk is also there. What do you do with the milk?
So all the milk is used. All that we take 100 liters from outside now. More than 100 liters from outside.
1 kg of cheese would be how much?
1 kg of cheese will come from 10 liters. The cost between 6 and 100 to 12. Okay. But that's comes from 10 liters. 1 liter was 65 liters. No, not 60. So 1 liter will cost you about 25, 30.
Sorry, that's 32, yeah. That's 1 liter is 32.
Yeah, so that's 320 gone there.
Yeah, 330 gone there.
See, we are fighting against one another. We started, it was 15 rupees a liter. So the economics are not in favor of doing small scale cheese making. So the economics will not be. But for us, cheese making, I told you, fits in there, and also it gives us certain signature to our farm. And we have 3 cottages. So people want to come and stay here because of
We have cottages also.
Yeah. So our earning will come from the cottages, not from the cheese. Exactly. So it's like
surprise it is.
So cheese is, but see, if we want to make it profitable, we have to do 200, 500,000 liters. then only will the costs balance out. You know? हम लोग थोड़ा अय्याशी कर रहे हैं. अपना बड़ा कॉटेज कर रहे हैं.
May I know your name?
Mansoor.
So are you the producer of QSQT?
Yes, I directed QS.
You directed it, sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Fantastic movie you made. I must do.
Which one, Nagu?
Qiyamat se Qiyamat tak.
अच्छा.
He's the director of Qiyamat se Qiyamat. I must say it's one of the best movies which I've ever seen. Absolutely.
Full name क्या है? Full पूरा नाम.
मेरा
Mansoor
नाम
Khan.
Mansoor Khan.
Especially the scene when Dilip Tahil comes back and he hugs his...
You like that? Eh?
Yeah, I like it.
I had a big argument with my dad about that scene.
Yeah.
There was a big
tears to your eyes.
dialogue scene there. I said, no, you can't have a dialogue scene. It has
Yeah.
to be a scene where the father just looks at his son.
Yeah.
He's going to hammer him, he's going to do this thing.
Yeah.
He breaks down, you know.
Yeah.
So that is the emotion,
Yeah,
not
बहुत बढ़िया
shouting
scene.
at him. Yeah.
But how come from direction to this place?
Well,
Right.
actually, before that, I was a computer. So I have many jumps in my life.
Alright.
Yeah, but this is really what I honestly wanted to do, and I feel from within, you know. I'm not a city person, so one is I can't live in the city. Two is I like the idea of growing stuff, being close to nature.
And behind you is your wife motivating.
I motivated
Yes.
her. She was not willing to move. So cheese was the motivating factor.
Cheers.
Yeah. But luckily her temperament is also where she likes living in a quiet place.
He's Amir Khan uncle, you know, na? His
Cousin, my cousin.
He's a cousin. Okay.
Imran is my nephew.
Imran is your name. Amir's cousin nephew is Imran.
Amir is Imran's uncle, like me.
Yeah. So, but not the own uncle, if I'm not wrong. I think Amir's
I'm his direct uncle.
direct uncle. Imran's and Amir is this.
Amir is my cousin, so
He's his cousin uncle.
yeah, that's right. Amir's dad and my dad are brothers. So we started our career together, but I was sure that I didn't want to make films for long.
But you made that movie at a very young age, probably.
Yeah, I was 30. Then I made Jojita Wohi Sikandar.
Actually, that was
वो भी
by
आपका
you.
है, अरे वो भी अच्छा.
But not directed by you. हाँ, correct.
Written and
Correct.
produced and
Correct.
directed, yeah. That we shot a lot over here in the Nilgiris. We used to come here for a different purpose. But I never realized I would live here. I'm glad. Lucky. I can show you a cellar. That's where the cheese matures, and then you can taste the cheese. There'll be a slight moldy smell here, huh? Because the mold grows on the cheese. So you have to kind of bear that in. But this is where,
This is what Ashi was asking me. No?
this is where it spends about between 1 month to 5 months.
All these are cheese.
Oh.
So the real cheese looks like this. इसके ऊपर mold रहता है, तो you feel like oh it's got spoiled, but it's not spoiled. That's only on the outside. When you see it on cheese slices, you see it all looking orange and yellow. That is wax.
Oh.
So when you're making it at that large scale, you put wax on it. So you don't have to clean the mold all the time. So on the right side you can see that whitish one. That is a fresh cheese. So it has just come from up last few days. Then slowly it becomes cream colored, yellow, then gets brown spots. But that doesn't matter. That's what.
Slightly look reddish, that one.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Some of them get red mold on it. But that's all on the outside. It forms a skin. So the cheese has got a skin on top.
You have to remove that skin.
The skin you remove later. It's called the rind.
How long you can preserve cheese?
The cheese, hard cheese, you can keep in your fridge for months, even a year. It'll just dry up if you keep it in a closed box. If you keep it in the closed box, then it won't dry up so easily. So, but
You can use it after.
even if it is dried, you can grate it, put it in whatever you're.
It's
For many
written
more
on the
months.
container, the best before 9 months or best before 12 months. So we can use it.
I'm talking about real cheese. You may be talking about processed.
Processed.
That's processed cheese.
yeah.
Processed cheese is different. Processed cheese won't age. It'll have a limit.
Okay.
Whereas this
Because
type
in
of.
that it's written, no? Best before 12
But
months.
those are processed cheese, no? That's the difference. Yeah.
So that we should not use it.
Just move
Yeah,
fast.
they say so. I mean, it won't go totally bad, but
Actually, वो फूल जाता है. In case it actually goes bad, then वो cheese
It becomes dry, na? As
हाँ वो dry हो जाता है. फिर फूल भी जाता है. वो डब्बा becomes swollen.
no. This is the way traditionally cheese was discovered, made. This is real cheese. अब इसको लेके they started making processed cheese. What actually used to happen was the real cheese when they used to cut it in slices, जो ends रह जाते थे, they didn't know what to do with that. So somebody came up with the idea. इसको सबको लेके और काट के मेल्ट करके ऑयल डाल के ये करके वो करके प्रोसेस इट So that's where processed cheese came from.
Sure.
So the advantage of processed cheese